crazy right here.
Hey, yo, Ash, you crazy for this one?
What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Red, host of the RH3 Show. Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. As you know, every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you guys, we are in for another jam-packed show today. As always, we've been giving you the Real Talk with Red discussion, talking about our biblical dating series, and we are going to do just that one today. So, let's just sit back, relax, and relieve your mind. It is the RH3 Show. Hit it.
Pleased to bring you our feature presentation.
I know I gotta bring them down, bring them cause they call it to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord,
switch my old status, that's from sinner to saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint, because they know they own the inner retain. So we must live out our lives with a sense of restraint.
Are you looking for an experienced and passionate video production company that values your time and resources? Then look no further. 1301 Productions specializes in creative promotional concepts that promote your product, brand, or service. Our main goal is that we can help you reach your existing clients as well as potential clients successfully. Call today to set up your free estimate. 1301 Productions, creative concepts for creative clients. For more information about 1301 Productions, give them a call at 424-835-1301.
K&B Improvement. No job too big or too small. Heaven knows we do it all. From carpet cleaning to house turnover, deep scrubbing, and more. Carpet restoration, we give you what you ask for. Reliable, reasonable, prices you can't beat. Let us serve you in all your cleaning needs, for we are dependable and neat. Call 301-379-5939, Kevin Best, www.kandbimprovement.com.
Yo, I just had to do something. For this little intro to see how it is or whatever, and give y'all a little introduction. How y'all like that? You like that? Huh? You do? I do. But anyway, we might change up some things or whatever for the remainder of this year. Our season will end in July or August. Our season will end in July or August, and then we'll premiere and come back on September. So, but we got excuse me. We got plenty of time to get ready, and plenty of time until that comes. And so, the only time I take off is whether I'm not feeling well or anything. And so, I gotta treat this show as such, something that God has given me, and something that I can keep on doing and on doing and on doing. And I'm gonna try to squeeze out today, y'all. Speaking of the Real Talk with Red discussion, where we're talking about our biblical dating series, and this part is part 6, which we got one more week. So this time next week we'll be done. We'll be done. And today we're going to be talking about growing in intimacy. Y'all, if y'all tuned in to the broadcast last Tuesday or this week, the last broadcast, y'all know, here it was tough, but this is going to get even tougher, so let's just continue to ride. Clyde, and slide on down through it. And so, yeah, we're going to be talking about growing in intimacy. And from next week, we're going to be talking about hi to I do in a year. And then this time next week on next Thursday, tips for engagement. Hey, maybe you need to help me out, you know. Do you have anybody read? I don't know. Do I have anybody? I hope I do. I hope I do. I love my little sweet cakes, but hey, you know, I hope I do. Y'all, I'm opening up this medicine bag because y'all, my back, ooh, get up a Sunday. God, help me. Help me, heal me, Lord. But anyway, let's keep it moving, y'all. It is the RH3 show right here on these platforms that y'all so graciously listen to me on, my flagship station that has been a blessing to me since the beginning 3 years ago, WPOP Radio. How can you get on WPOP Radio? If you are listening to me on other platforms, you can go to www.wpopradio.com and click on Listen Live. You can also go to the RH3 show and click on Listen Live. And you can also, I am syndicated, meaning that I am on other areas and other platforms. TuneIn Radio, you can listen through that. I'm on 5 podcasts now. So Overcast, Google Play Music, Apple iTunes, Pocket Cast, and Anchor.fm. So yes, y'all can listen to me on those platforms. Y'all, I thank y'all. God is so good. God is so good. I'm good, y'all. February has been a blessing to me in spite of my health situation, and so continue to keep your boy in your prayers and continue to keep him, because y'all, I'm in cloud 9 right now, and it's just whew, y'all. I just, God is so good. God, everything, y'all, I'm going to tell y'all this right now. Everything in my life, it has done a full circle. The things that I used to do, I don't do them no more. But the things that I wanted to do good, or who I wanted to have, it's come back full circle and it's here, right? Boy, I wanted to be a talk show host. I wanted to be in radio. What am I doing now? Radio. I also, speaking of that talk show hosting, y'all, if y'all knew me, y'all know I always had paperwork with me. I carry a messenger bag with me wherever you go. I have to keep paper with me. I have to have any type of forms, paper writing, pens, pencils, calendar books, whatever. I have to have that stuff with me. And so growing up, I had a thing. I had a business called RH and Associates. Y'all, that was a marketing firm, and that was something that I thought of, human resources or whatever. Why? When I started school 2 years ago, my intentions was going in there to do radio and going in there for, getting advice, not really advice, but going in there, getting studies on radio, getting into television or whatever. I say about 60 to 80% of my classes was on public relations, and that deals with marketing, advertising, HR, all of that. But God, look at y'all. Look at him. Lord, y'all. Whew. God is so good. God is so good. So I don't know if I should take that marketing class, since I can't take my other class. I don't know if I should switch my no, I'm gonna leave it like it is, but I'm gonna still take that human resources management class in the first part of summer. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, and it's somebody that y'all, when I tell you this, I ain't gonna mention her name, but I just know that when she was in high school, a friend when no one was a friend. y'all, your boy is getting choked up because when she was when no one was a friend, she was a friend. You know, I just adore. When I tell you I adore this young lady, this woman now, I adore her. And so I hope I'm not jumping the gun. She'll come back in my life and she's just a sweetheart, and you know, slowly but surely, you know, slowly but surely, she's a great friend, and I hope things blossom, and you know, whatever. I've, you know, been in contact with her again since about a year now, but you know, it is slowly but surely. That's all I'm saying. Slowly but surely, and you know, hey, I just enjoy my time speaking around her, whatever. So, you know, hey, just continue to pray for your boy or whatever, and I might introduce her one day on the broadcast, and hey, neither here nor there. Alright, anyway, it's a great jam-packed show. Like I said, I probably spent too much talking now, but tune in. Coming up next is our girl Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News right here on the RH3 Show. And I may do some inside scoop with Red News like I had intended to do on Tuesday, but had a break or a you know, had something to do right at the moment, something that caught me. I keep my cell phone beside me, y'all, and it's either on vibrate or sometimes it's on, you know, loud and open. It's on loud and open, and on you know, the volume is up. And so Tuesday, during my Inside Scoop with Red broadcast, during the live broadcast, I got a notification that I need to, you know, stop what I was doing and make a phone call and, you know, call and do some whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna try to finish those up today, and then we're gonna get into today's topic, which is the Biblical Dating Series Part 6, and it is entitled Early Stages of no, not that. It is Growing in Intimacy. Keep it where you got it. It is the RH3 Show, and coming up next is our girl Nina Taylor with This Week in Gospel News. Keep it where you got it.
This is Marnita from The Marnita Show. Are you listening to my show on Tuesday at noon or Saturday at 1:30? You should. It airs right here on WPOP Radio, your #1 inspirational source for heart and soul music. It don't get no better than that.
Does your ministry, business, or organization need a new brand? Or maybe you're looking for a graphic artist to give your letterheads, publications, or your upcoming event flyer a little more pop and eye appeal? Then Integrity Media and Design is your one-stop shop. They offer many services that will suit your needs. Services such as media production and editing, graphic design, business identity, and much more. That's Integrity Media and Design. More information is available at integritymedia.weebly.com or on Facebook, Integrity Media and Design, or you can also find them on Twitter at officialimd7. Integrity Media and Design. Media and design with integrity in mind.
No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Want the latest news regarding the TV, movies, sports, politics, and music industry? It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red, right here on the RH3 Show.
Wouldn't it be crazy? Don't you step crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy? Don't you step crazy? Wouldn't it be crazy? Don't you step crazy? If I find my way home, yeah.
How you doing, everybody? I'm Nina Taylor, and here is your gospel news. Some of the biggest gospel artists of our time headed west to pay tribute to 4-time Grammy Award-winning recording artist Edwin Hawkins. He passed away on January 15th, 2018. The Hawkins family staged a 2-night celebration of life event. It took place back on Tuesday, February 6th, and Wednesday, February 7th. Each evening, the services were held at the Harbor Light Church on Thornton Avenue in Fremont, California. The public was invited to attend the celebration and admission was free of charge. And the event streamed live on Mr. Hawkins' Facebook page at I Am Edwin Hawkins. LaVanya Hubbard, contemporary gospel singer with a big voice, began singing as a choir soloist at a very young age. Born and raised in Chicago, she started singing in her local Baptist church when she was only 9 years old. Hubbard then joined the Ecclesiastes Community Choir under the direction of James C. Chambers before it was rebranded the Chicago Mass Choir in 1988. She joined Ricky Dillard and New G in the mid-90s, taking the lead on recordings of songs such as Lift Up Your Heads and Let the Redeemed Say So. Around that time, she also spent several years as minister of music at the Greater Mount Carmel MB Church. Billboard charting gospel singer and songwriter Vashawn Mitchell produced her solo debut album Nobody Else Compares to You, which was self-released in 2006. In 2010, it was followed by another live recording, Royalty. Hubbard's children contributed to vocals and songwriting on both albums. In 2010, LaVanya Hubbard had taken a position as praise and worship leader at the Sweet Holy Spirit Church under the direction of Bishop Larry Trotter, making her debut on Trotter's Utopia Music Group label. She released her third album, Better Is Coming, in 2017. African American veterans are finally starting to get the recognition and praise they deserve by putting their lives on the line to fight for our country. Buffalo, New York will become the first city in the nation to have a monument memoriam of black soldiers. The monument will honor African Americans who served in different divisions of the military, paying homage to those who fought in 12 wars. The project, which was revealed on Veterans Day last year, is being funded by a $600,000 grant from the state of New York. The U.S. Postal Service will honor legendary performer and civil rights activist Lena Horne on the 41st stamp in the Black Heritage Stamp Series. Lena Horne was a trailblazer in Hollywood for women of color and used her fame as an entertainer to become an important civil rights spokesperson. During this Black History Month, visit some African American historical sites and museums across the U.S. In Birmingham, Alabama, visit the Bethel Church Parsonage and Guardhouse. Bethel Baptist Church was built in 1926 in the African American working class neighborhood of Collegeville. In Montgomery, Alabama, visit Dexter Avenue King Memorial Baptist Church. Dr. King helped to organize the Montgomery bus boycott in the church's basement. If you're in Los Angeles, visit the Bridget Biddy Mason Monument. This monument honors one of the first prominent citizens of landowners in Los Angeles during the 1850s and 1860s. Mason, a former enslaved person, founded the first African American Methodist Episcopal Church in 1872. If you're in Farmington, Connecticut, visit the First Church of Christ. This church was the center of community life for the Amistad captives and their famous 1840 to 1841 trial. Also in Connecticut, the Austin F. Williams Carriage House. This site served as living quarters for the Amistad captives on their way back to Africa as a station on the Underground Railroad. In our stellar nominees for 2018, we left off at Category 14, Contemporary Female Vocalist of the Year, Isabel Davis, Corin Hawthorne, Lucinda Moore, and Tasha Cobbs Leonard. Traditional Female Vocalist of the Year, the nominees are Anita Wilson, CeCe Winans, Leandria Johnson, and Tina Campbell. Contemporary CD of the Year, A Long Way from Sunday, Anthony Brown and Group Therapy, Dietrich Haddon and the Hill City Worship Camp, Heart, Passion, Pursuit, Tasha Cobbs Leonard, and Crossover Live in Music City from Travis Green. Well, that's your 2018 stellar nominees, your Black History Moment, and your Gospel News. I'm Nina Taylor. Let's get back to more great gospel music on this great station.
Okie dokie pokey. It is time for the Inside Scoop with Red, and this is where I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion on today's world and entertainment news. You all, these are the few brief news reports that I have for you. I'm going to give them to you on on Tuesday, but let's go ahead and get started because I got to get into my topical discussion today, the Real Talk with Red discussion that we're talking about growing in intimacy, and that's in the biblical dating series. But Taraji P. Henson, you all, issues a statement on sexual harassment allegations against manager Vincent Siri. I'm just calling him Vincent Siri. I don't even know how to pronounce his name or whatever, but unfortunately her and Halle Berry have the same manager, or did have the same manager, but Taraji says that she feels saddened, disappointed, and ashamed. But following Halle Berry's lead, who I'm going to talk about in a few minutes, Taraji P. Henson took to Instagram to issue a statement condemning her manager, Vincent Siri, after 9 women accused him of sexual harassment. And here's what she said: the news about my manager, let's just say Vincent, has shocked, hurt, and offended, and yet put professional women in a position to not to trust men who they work with. Everyone knows how difficult this industry has been for women, and my hopes is that all of these unspeakable events ignite true change in the treatment of women in this entertainment business. True art can only be treated in environment of vulnerability and trust capitalized. If you continue to decimate the trust, you lose the art, the beauty of the art. I feel saddened, disappointed, and ashamed. We deserve better. This must stop. And speaking about Vincent, let's hear what if Halle Berry had anything to say in regards to this. Let's see here. She said, the news literally stopped me in my tracks. I immediately confronted Vince about it, and he denied it completely. But even with his denial, something didn't feel right in my spirit. And with the possibility that it could be true, I immediately ended our over 25-year relationship, she said in a statement to Washington Post. She also said that Vince she called him, never made an inappropriate gesture towards her, and never heard of his behavior, but she has a no tolerance policy. And she took to Instagram to issue a statement saying again, yesterday I was saddened by allegations against her former manager Vince, but today I'm sick of reading the horrifying details accounts of abuse towards 9 women. I'm livid. He used me, the role model that he helped me become, to lure, manipulate innocent, vulnerable women of color for his predatory actions. I'm deeply hurt, and I want these women and other countless to know I see you, I hear you, you matter, and I will fight for you. So this stuff is continuing to go on in Hollywood, and I do foresee, allegedly, that this stuff is going to continue on, prayerfully that it don't. But you know, we got some sick people out here that's doing that is prying on these women and young girls and young men, and you know, just, you know, continue to keep them in your prayers. So allegedly that happened. So let's shift gears for a minute for, you know, some, you know, former Temptations lead singer Dennis Edward was found dead on, let's see, he passed away, y'all, we, during our hiatus of, you know, me not feeling well, on the 1st of February, he passed away. He was 74, so keep his family in your prayers and whatnot. But, you know, some good here. Octavia Spencer, y'all, who was on, what was that movie she was in? Oh my gosh, I forgot the name of that movie. It was about the Hidden Figures. Yes, she is bringing a little bit of Wakanda to Mississippi. The actress plans to host a free screening for underdeserved children, and she writes, this was 2 weeks ago, I think I will buy out a theater in an underdeserved community there to ensure that all our brown children can see themselves as a superhero. She captioned an ad from the movie on Instagram. I will let you know where and when, Mississippi. Please stay tuned. Kings and Queens will rise. Black Panther movie. So shout shout outs and congratulations to Octavia Spencer for doing those kind gestures for those children in Mississippi. One more inside scoop with the Red News I have, and then we're going to continue on with today's Real Talk with the Red discussion. Aretha Franklin handpicked Jennifer Hudson to star in the Queen of Soul biopic. Clive Davis dropped some exclusive information about the upcoming Aretha Franklin biopic in his annual pre-Grammy celebration on Saturday night. Jennifer Hudson has been chosen by the legendary Aretha Franklin herself to play her in an upcoming biopic. Davis tonight introduced Oscar and Grammy winner Jennifer Hudson to sing a couple of songs, and then told the audience that Hudson will be playing Aretha Franklin in an upcoming biopic about the life of the Queen of Soul. Mike Fleming wrote in a Deadline report, Hudson was in fact handpicked by Franklin to play the role. And not too much information has come about on that, but keep it where you got it. And to the RH3 show, Inside Scoop with Red, when I will announce and update you all on this biopic that is coming soon, whether it be big screen, small screen, whatever screen, your screen. But right here, coming up next, is the Real Talk with Red discussion that I'll have for you, speaking on and continuing part 6 of the biblical dating series, where we'll be talking about growing in intimacy. Keep it where you got it. I'll be back in a moment.
Every Wednesday at 5 p.m., tune in to the Restoring Your Life Today radio broadcast with Pastor Alfie Lewis of the Restoration Bible Church. Find out what is going on in our community and learn more about God's Word. Be restored and tune in every Wednesday at 5 p.m.
Listening to WPOP Radio is easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, go to our website, WPOPradio.com, and click on Listen Live. 2, download our station app, WPOP Radio, from your smartphone app store. 3, in the TuneIn Radio app, search WPOP 105.7 and listen there. WPOP Radio, your number one inspirational source for heart and soul music.
I just told you that's how I felt. That's how I felt. If I wanted to say that, I would have wrote it.
You implied that.
I said what I said. You don't like it, you don't like it.
Yeah, she just said that's what I said. I mean, I'm just kidding. But anyway, it is time for the Real Talk with the Red discussion. And this is where me and you just sit down and relax and relieve our mind and then just enjoy each other with a real talk and a grown folks discussion. And so that's what I planned on doing with you all on today. And, you know, I love it. This is one of my best segments that I do here on the RH3 show, y'all. And by the way, not only the RH3 show radio and not only the Real Talk with the Red discussion, but this whole thing is just therapeutic for me. Therapeutic for me, and I just love it, y'all. I love it. I love it. It's just like I'm just sitting here talking and chatting with my friends and, you know, conversing with you all. I have some people saying, look, hey, I don't listen to the whole broadcast because sometimes I'm, you know, doing what I'm doing and having fun and, you know, whatever, or it's at a time to where I'm getting off of work and whatever, or what else do they say? Somebody told me just the other day, well, let me tell you something. Sometimes I tune into your broadcast, sometimes I don't, but whenever I do, it's just so entertaining, and, you know, I just thank y'all for that. And family say that they listen, they do whatever, but hey, you know, it is what it is, people. But I thank y'all for listening, and those that, you know, that really don't, that agree and don't agree. But, yeah. But keep it coming. Keep it coming. I love you all. I love you all for real. But like I was saying, it is the Inside Scoop of the Red, and it is where I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion on real life topics, grown folks discussions. And so, you guys, what we're going to be talking about, like I said, been talking and mentioning for the past few weeks and on today's broadcast. So we're going to be going back into the biblical dating series, and today is part 6, and we're talking about growing in intimacy. But last broadcast, y'all, navigating in the early stages of a relationship, it sought to apply some of the principles we've been talking about in this series to the early stages of the dating relationship. We talked about how to establish intentions, early stages, appropriate topics and conversations, types of dates, the level of emotional investment. The idea of all of that was not to establish an emotional or certainly physical intimacy that will imply marriage, defrauding one another, and result in a de facto emotional divorce if things don't work out. But our goal in dating as Christian is to save marital levels of intentions for marriage itself, to care well for the person's soul to be different from the world, and a soul to bring glory to God. But y'all, this time I want to apply some of the same principles that we've been thinking and talking about to a relationship that moves beyond the early stages and when it gets serious. The essential line to walk here is to get to know one another. Get to know one another better so that we can become and make responsible, informed decisions about marriage, but without acting married in the process and without violating the First Thessalonians admonition to not defraud and mistreat one another. But let's look at this stage, y'all, growing in intimacy, and how it might play out by considering some of the same issues we looked at earlier in the earlier stages. But y'all, going deeper, y'all, clarity and intention should be established when things move from testing the waters to the water's fine. And I think I'm in the testing in the water stages. Prayerfully, I hope I am. Hope we're on the same page. But don't assume that because you agreed to start dating or courting, presumably with the intentions, determine whether marriage is the right thing, because dating and courting are two different things. Please know that for a fact, though, that they are two different things. But like I was saying, don't assume that because you agreed to start dating or courting, presumably the intentions to determine whether marriage was the right thing, you or your partner will just know when things begin to progress. But in the design of a relationship that we are carving out here, caring well for one another means we can't place too high a premium on being clear. Guys, again, the brunt of the work falls to you here. If you've gone through the early stages of the relationship and truly feel before God, to whom you will give account for your decisions, that you should begin to get more intimately involved with this woman because you think marriage to her is a good possibility, you will have to tell her. You will have to tell her. I've said it, fellas, speak. Tell her that you have loved getting to know her, and that you find her a godly woman, that you are interested in pursuing more serious relationship with her for a infinite time period. Basically, to see that there are any clear obstacles in terms of beliefs or affections or goals or personalities to the two of you, getting married. Finally, you should tell her that if she does not find herself in the same place in the terms of feeling about the relationship, or if it becomes certain at any point moving forward that she is not interested in marriage to you, that she should break up with you immediately, or let me know what I need to do to get, if there anything in my way that you see that I need to work on, that who you need. So just because someone denies a a proposal just because someone says, no, I'm not going to marry you, or no, I don't want to be, do this, that, and the third, or no, I don't want to, go out with you or whatever, this, that, and the third, or no, I don't want to be your fiance, or can we, hold off on the marriage? Don't just go off on that. If you are and this is, my opinion, Real Talk with Red discussion, where I give you my honest, my unscripted opinion on real life topics and grown folks discussion. If you are a real man, you may say, hey, it may hurt. Well, not it may hurt. It is going to hurt. It's going to hurt your ego. And, me and a few other fellas have talked about this. It will and it is going to hurt your ego when she denies your proposal. It's going to hurt it. It's going to sting. And so you need to come back, and if she is at a point, or if she tells you, I don't want to, whatever, I don't see us in that way, hold on, just say, okay, I don't want to force it. I really don't want to force it. But is there anything that I need to work on? Or, what is it? And she may be saying, okay, it's me. Then, okay, should I give you time, or do you want out? Just please, and I think I've talked about this before, please do not end it on a sour note. Don't. Because maybe something that she's going through, that she's not ready for it. And she might say, well, it's not you, it is me. And y'all know that's cliche. Please believe that that's cliche. Please believe that it's cliche. That it's not you, it's me. But it might not be you. It may be her. And ladies, it might not be him. It may be you, or vice. You know what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. But, don't let that be the last say so. No, I know what God, hey, I'm going to just continue to pray, and then say, Lord, if this is not where you want me to go, and also, before I say that, make sure whatever you do, even in relationships, God be the center focus of it. And if so, you won't be distracted, and you won't even get to this point. So right here is, I can just stop it and keep on moving. Keep on saying. But if you get to that point, like I'm saying, don't let that be the last bit. But y'all, be clear, be honest, be deliberate. Is it scary? Like I said, yes, it is. It will feel a little forced or awkward. Maybe being deliberate and clear about where the relationship is needed, is need not to suck all the fun out, spontaneity, and feeling out of the whole affair. But in fact, many women will tell you that, they deeply appreciate such clarity. They want to be clear. But let me also reiterate that it's like asking someone to date initially. This conversation is not a proposal, and neither the person is committing to marry the other at this point. It's just a marker to say things are going well. And as far as, you're concerned, the game is changing. If done well, it will surely put both of you, at ease from going forward, And y'all, again, this information is coming from a place that I study on, and that's boundless.org. So if you want to, more information in the notes or whatever, go to boundless.org and search it. All right, y'all, candle the time. Obviously, as your relationship progresses, the two of you will probably spend more time together than in the early stage, and more of that time will be spent alone together. That's okay to a point, as you will need to have some more serious discussion about major issues. With that said, it is still dangerous to spend time together alone in a private setting. This area, yes, it will, but again, be careful. Now you will have to even try to spend more time together, but I wouldn't let it be, during the night, because you're going to get the urge. Just trust and believe by faith. Y'all know y'all. Oh, anyway, but look, it is a time to where you're going to have to think about, okay, weekend, okay, we're gonna have to go and spend time, with families and I call it a relationship tour. Either go spend time with families, go see, vacation together, even during this time. If it's okay to bring somebody, bring them. If it's okay to bring them, bring them. And say, hey, me and such and such is going on a vacation. Want to go with us? And then, hey, you and your homeboy share rooms, and then your fiance, girlfriend, or whatever, and her, in your homeboy's girl room together. And hey, do that. Do that. But also, I will say this: let it not be no married couple. It could be. And if the married couple is agreeing, okay, hey, it's okay. We're going on a vacation. We can part for just a couple days, and whatever. And while y'all out doing your thing, we're not gonna be all up each other. And if we need to do the hanky panky or roll around in the bed while we're on vacation, while y'all out there hanging out and doing whatever, then we're gonna do that. And so, because they're married, they can do that. And I will say that, hey, if you go out, fellas and women, if you go out or hang out, you and your, if your boyfriend or girlfriend go out with a married couple or go on vacation, whatever, and if they, part ways from you all during the day and go do their thing, let them do their thing. They can do they have license to do that. And that's probably why y'all together, is for them to, to show y'all how married life is, and or court you all or guide you all, be all marital guidance or whatever, and say, okay, do it, have fun. But anyway, getting back to spending time together, just be careful. But like I said, it's still dangerous to spend time together alone in a private setting. Temptation in this area is easily underestimated, and it is very, very difficult to regain discipline and backtrack once you have sinned physically. I'm going to say this and I'm going to take a break, but spend time in public. Remember, those long candlelight dinners in restaurants I suggested were unadvisable in the early stages of a relationship. They can actually be good here, especially when you are trying to, compare the long nights of chatting on the couch of one another in your apartment. Even at this stage in the relationship, there's still no reason or need for you to be alone in your apartment together. For the sake of purity, be careful about how and where you spend time together. And will go back and say what, somebody had told me, hey, I had to test the waters before I, married my significant other, and I'm glad that I did because it was good. Come on, seriously? I'm gonna take a break on that, and I'll be back. Keep it where you got it. It is the RH3 Show, and if you're just not joining me, you are at the middle of the Real Talk with Red discussion. Keep it where you got it. Be back in a moment.
This is Marnita from the Marnita Show. Are you listening to my show on Tuesday at noon or Saturday at 1:30? You should. It airs right here on WPOP Radio, your #1 inspirational source for heart and soul music. It don't get no better than that.
You're listening to the RH3 Show. You can visit my website at therh3show.com.
Don't let your loved ones struggle and lose everything. For life insurance is for the living, not the dead. When I lost my sister and grandmother on the same day on April 1st, yes, April Fool's Day, 1998, I was devastated. I had no extra money to take care of my sister or grandmother's burial needs, nor did I have financial resources to care for my sister's twin toddlers. No daycare money, no funds towards housing. The pain of their death was far greater than what I had anticipated. So great that my plight in life changed. I made up in my mind that I would dedicate my life to ensuring families and sparing them from the heartaches and the headaches that come when one does not have insurance. Today, as a licensed agent, I am helping individuals and organizations understand how life insurance works and getting them properly insured. Today, let me, Stephanie Poplar, and my team help you obtain life coverage at a competitive rate. We carry whole life, term, mortgage protection, financial expense annuities, and we offer college funding. We also conduct a free policy review. Call Stephanie Poplar at 443-857-1549. Again, that's 443-857-1549.
All right, you guys, we got about 15 minutes left of this broadcast, and I don't want to go over. So if you miss anything that I've been discussing, please tune in on Saturday. And I think this broadcast will come on. I'll let you all know in a few minutes what time this broadcast will air on Saturday. I believe it's around 6, 7, or whatever. I'll just let you know. I'll let you know. Okay? How about that? But anyway, let's keep on moving. We've been talking about the biblical dating series, and we ended the growing in intimacy. But we ended up, candling time and, being careful what, how we spend together. But now, what do we talk about? And getting to know one another more intimately, there will be some changes in some of the topics that appropriate to discuss. You may, at this point, begin to get to know, your potential partner more deeply, spiritual level. Also share testimonies, tell more deeply about who you are, goals, hopes for your life's ministry, should the Lord tarry and give you many more years. But as I've mentioned before, you should discuss things that like important theological issues where comfortable going to church to make sure the two of you are basically on the same page, and that's key. That's big E, y'all. Also, things about family. You should find things about family situation, visions for and goals for your life, vision and goals for your family as a unit. The idea of if it should be a good deal of commonality between your goals and visions, or if there should be a significant flexibility on the part of the woman who would one day be called to submit to her husband's headship with regard to career direction or the family. But things that will likely be difficult down the road if one of you feels strongly to be called to a particular life of ministry that the other would absolutely dread. So whether it be man as the head of the family, and if you're going into ministry or whatever you're doing, everything that you should discuss, it should be taught, or should live for the rest of your life. Prayerfully, that it should be, your marriage should be for the rest of your life, but it should be talked about around this time. Now you can discuss things like interest, family, emotional issues in greater detail if it looks like the things is headed towards marriage. But be caution and always do it in order as you get more deeply involved. So don't just start on it. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do here for as a family. This is what we're gonna do. Hey, you just engaged to her. Slow down. More so, let her take the lead, but also steer and guide it. Fellas, you get it? But finally, keep in mind that it's still not, advisable to have a long, intimate prayer, times together at this stage, like I said before. But the situation's obviously changed somewhat, but that is still too tempting and too intimate. Pray with the people. Pray with, the people that are watching over you for your relationships, your pastor, that is doing your counseling, friends, that is, leading, guiding you and directing you, married friends, elderly people at the church. Be there, pray for, let them pray for you, and also be watchful of who praying over you. Allow those who had, full track record, in marriage to pray over you, or to counsel and guide you. But the marital counsel should come from your pastor or her pastor, fellas. but they should be living a, life and should know what they're speaking of. And, of course, your head, if you're still at your church, of course, who other to do that? And so with me, I would want no other than my pastor, Dr. Martha Starks of Word of Life Family Worship Center, to, counsel me and to counsel my significant other, to my girlfriend or whatever, my fiance. I want her to do that. But y'all keep in mind that it's not, like I said, just have those discussions. But, closing up, begin, to talk about emotional intimacy and know where that is going to go, and also accountability. And that's even more important as a relationship deepens, that, that you should all be held accountable about staying pure physically. And all the emotional equivalent questions that comes along with it. What are you doing? Where's this going? What kind of time frame are we talking about before some clear actions are taken? Should be regular part of the conversations. But so those are a few suggestions for handling a relationship as things progress. And again, these are practical suggestions about how to apply biblical principles that we've discussed before, and it will certainly look different from relationships to relationship, and that's okay, and it's good, even so. But keep the underlying biblical principle in mind, seek to live them out faithfully, and the Lord will be glorified. Y'all, I'll be coming back with the rest of this broadcast. We're going to close out. Coming up next, we got about 10 more minutes free time. Hey, party. Keep it where you got it. It is the RH3 Show. For more about me or the broadcast, visit my website at therh3show.com. Be back in a moment. If you're not tuning into the RH3 Show weekly, here's what you've missed. Number 3, you think that she or he's too good to be true. Oh, this one is buying me flowers? I mean, what's really going on? Is he trying to hide something? No! Just because it's Tuesday, I'm giving you these flowers. Not just because it's Mother's Day, just because today is Tuesday, April the 25th, I'm giving you these flowers on my way home because I thought about you. And the reason why I didn't answer my phone when you called, so you won't overthink it, is because I was at work and I was in a busy meeting. Knowing that you know that I do answer my phones periodically at work, but this time I was in a meeting. I could not answer my phone. Don't overthink everything, and just think that it is a genuine reason that he's doing or she's doing such and such. Don't think that, it's too good to be true. Come on, y'all. Join me every Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. For more about the RH3 Show, visit my website at therh3show.com.
Don't let your loved ones struggle and lose everything. For life insurance is for the living, not the dead. When I lost my sister and grandmother on the same day on April 1st, yes, April Fool's Day, 1998, I was devastated. I had no extra money to take care of my sister or grandmother's burial needs, nor did I have financial resources to care for my sister's twin toddlers. No daycare money, no funds towards housing. The pain of their death was far greater than what I had anticipated. So great that my plight in life changed. I made up in my mind that I would dedicate my life to ensuring families and sparing them from the heartaches and the headaches that come when one does not have insurance. Today, as a licensed agent, I am helping individuals and organizations understand how life insurance works and getting them properly insured. Today, let me, Stephanie Poplar, and my team help you obtain life coverage at a competitive rate. We carry whole life, term, mortgage protection, financial expense annuities, and we offer college funding. We also conduct a free policy review. Call Stephanie Poplar at 443-857-1549. Again, that's 443-857-1549. 888-838-1515.
All right, you guys, thank y'all so much for listening to the RH3 Show. Know that I love you for real, and I thank you all for joining me for another great broadcast. Again, like I said, for anything about me or the broadcast, visit my website at therh3show.com. Know that I love you for real, and always remember to live every day, laugh every moment, and love beyond words. Hopefully and prayerfully by next week, or by this time next week, I got a big announcement for you all. All right, I love you all. Stay in touch. Visit me on my social media pages at the RH3 Show on Instagram, Twitter, and also Snapchat, the RH3 Show. I'm out of here. Peace party, people. Ha-ha. See you later. Know that I love you for real. I'm out. Peace.
What he done for me, so I can get up and praise him to a world redeemed show.
I know I gotta praise him now, praise him, cause they call me to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord, praise him, cause they call me to
switch. My old status that's from sin to the saint. As winners we can't live by the picture they paint, because they know their own inner retain. So we must live out our lives with a sense of restraint. Which means do I live and we ain't, but yet controlled by the flesh, we're depicted as quaint. And pray without a quitter's complaint, and being able to turn down your dinner at 8. That means you gotta pay, because the price that he paid for me gave to me my freedom, so I'm not in slavery. Christ made a way for me, grace me then paid for me. A way back to God through the life that he gave for me. And made me able to switch. Our lives were in darkness, they came with a switch. So we don't walk like we used to, talk like we used to. Called us with honor, and he'll do it for you too. Yeah.
I know I gotta praise him now, praise him, cause they call me to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord, praise him, cause they call me to switch. I know I gotta praise him now, praise him, cause they call me to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord, I gotta praise because he set me free. Christ said he paid free me at Calvary. So I'm gonna dance and there's no stopping me. Don't ever change cause I got victory. So go ahead and praise him cause he's been so good. Give him all the glory like you know you should. Don't worry about them haters, they can't stop you if they could. So go ahead, get crazy, praise him like you. I know I gotta praise him now, praise him cause he called me to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord, praise him cause he called me to switch. I know I gotta praise him now, praise him cause he called me to switch. Go ahead, cause I know I gotta give it up. If anybody wanna come and praise the Lord, praise him cause he called me to switch.
Peace party, people. See you later.
Cause I'm saying bye-bye.
Good night.
The podcast you just heard was recorded with Anchor. If you want to make your own, download the Android or iOS app completely free from anchor.fm/podcast. That's anchor.fm/podcast.